The door burst open without a knock, and there stood Mrs. Hargrove, Summer's mom. Her face twisted in a mask of fury I'd never imagined on such a composed woman. "You two think you can hide this from me?" she spat, clutching a crumpled photo in her fist that showed Summer and me in a moment we'd sworn was private. My heart slammed against my ribs as the room spun. This wasn't just a visit. It was an ambush that would unravel everything we'd built in secret. I froze on the couch, my coffee mug slipping from my fingers and shattering on the hardwood floor. Summer, who had been laughing just seconds ago about some silly campus prank, went pale as a ghost, her blue eyes wide with terror. "Mom, what are you doing here?" she stammered, but Mrs. Hargrove ignored her, marching straight toward me. "Stella, the outsider in their perfect family picture. How dare you corrupt my daughter?" she hissed, shoving the photo into my face. It was from last month's Pride event, where Summer and I had stolen a kiss amid the crowd, thinking we were invisible in the chaos. But someone had captured it, and now it was ammunition. My mind raced. Who sent this? A jealous ex? A nosy roommate? No, focus, Stella. This woman raised Summer in a world where love like ours was a sin, whispered about in church basements but never acknowledged. Summer stepped between us, her voice trembling. "Mom, stop. This isn't what you think." But it was exactly what she thought, and we all knew it. The air thickened with unspoken accusations, and I could feel the weight of years of hiding pressing down. I'd always known Summer's family was conservative, Bible-thumping folks from a small Texas town, but I never expected this confrontation in our cramped New York apartment. Mrs. Hargrove's eyes bored into mine. "You're the one, aren't you? The city girl with no morals dragging her into this abomination." Her words stung like acid, echoing the doubts I'd buried deep. Was I the villain here? Summer had pursued me first, with those late-night talks turning into something more. But maybe I should have resisted, knowing the storm it would brew. I stood up, trying to steady my voice. "Mrs. Hargrove, please, let's talk about this calmly." But calm was a luxury we couldn't afford. She laughed bitterly. "Talk? My daughter was supposed to marry nice, have kids, live the life I planned. Not this." Summer flinched, and I saw the crack in her facade. The girl who'd whispered, "I love you," last night now torn between her mother and me. The argument escalated quickly. Mrs. Hargrove demanded Summer pack her bags and come home, threatening to cut off her tuition if she didn't. "You choose, Summer. This phase or your family." Phase. The word sliced through me. Was that all we were to her? A temporary rebellion? Summer's eyes met mine, pleading for guidance, but I had none. Inside, my thoughts churned. If I fight, I risk losing her forever. If I back down, I'm admitting we're wrong. The decision hung like a guillotine. "Mom, I can't just leave," Summer finally said, her voice breaking. "Stella and we're real." Mrs. Hargrove's face hardened. "Real? This is delusion. Your father will disown you." The threat landed heavy, and I watched Summer waver. Her family was everything. Holidays in the ranch house, Sunday dinners, the safety net I'd never had growing up in foster care. Me? I was the wild card, the one who'd survived by fighting, but love wasn't a battle I knew how to win without casualties. As the yelling peaked, Summer grabbed her mom's arm. "Please give us time." But time was the enemy. Mrs. Hargrove stormed out, slamming the door, leaving us in silence. I pulled Summer close, but she pushed away gently. "What if she's right, Stella? What if this costs me everything?" That night, sleep evaded me. My mind replayed every moment. Our first meeting in freshman orientation, the spark when our hands brushed, the secret dates in hidden cafes. But now doubt crept in. Was loving her worth destroying her world? Or was I selfish for wanting her to choose me? The next morning, Summer was distant, scrolling through old family photos on her phone. "I need to think," she said, avoiding my gaze. Panic rose in my chest. This was the beginning of the fracture, the first crack in our foundation. I nodded, but inside I screamed, "Don't leave me. Don't let them win." Classes blurred into a haze. In psych lecture, the professor droned about cognitive dissonance, and it hit too close. Summer was living it, loving me while clinging to her upbringing. Me? I was the dissonance itself, the girl who'd come out at 16 and lost friends, but gained freedom. Yet here freedom felt like chains. By evening, Summer suggested we talk to a counselor on campus, someone neutral. Maybe they can help us figure this out. I agreed, but suspicion gnawed. Was this her way of easing into goodbye? The session was tense. The counselor spoke of acceptance, but Summer's questions revealed her turmoil. How do I tell my parents without losing them? Driving back, rain pounded the windshield like accusations. Stella, I don't want to hurt you, she whispered. But hurt was inevitable. That night, as we lay in separate beds for the first time in months, I wondered if this was the price of love, constant negotiation with the world. Days turned into a fragile truce. Mrs. Hargrove called relentlessly, her voicemails a mix of pleas and threats. Come home, baby. We can fix this. Summer listened in secret, tears streaming. I caught her once and the betrayal stung. Why didn't you tell me? I asked. Because you'd make me delete them, she replied, eyes defiant. Defiance, that was new. Maybe she was fighting back or maybe pulling away. The uncertainty ate at me. Then came the bombshell. Summer's ex-boyfriend Jake from high school texted her. Heard about the drama. Need to talk. Jealousy flared, but I suppressed it. He's just concerned, she said. Concerned or opportunistic. I didn't voice it, but the seed was planted. One afternoon while Summer was at class, I rifled through her drawer. Shameful, I know, but desperation won. There, a letter from her mom. Remember your values. This isn't you. My blood boiled. Values? As if love had a rulebook. When she returned, I confronted her. Are you going back? The question hung heavy. She sighed. I don't know, Stella. It's tearing me apart. That confrontation marked the shift. We argued more, words like weapons. You're choosing them over us, I accused. And you're forcing me to choose, she shot back. The truth was we were both right, both wrong. As the week ended, Summer made a decision. I'll tell Dad myself. Brave but reckless. I supported her, hiding my fear. The call was brutal. His silence worse than yelling. You're no daughter of mine, he finally said. Click. Summer collapsed, sobbing. I held her, but guilt twisted inside. Had I pushed her to this? The cost was mounting and we weren't done paying. The disconnection echoed in our apartment like a death knell. Summer stared at the phone, her face ashen, as if her father's words had physically struck her. He hung up, she whispered, and in that moment, I saw the full weight of her sacrifice. The family she'd idolized now fractured because of us. I knelt beside her, but she recoiled slightly. Don't, Stella. Just give me space. Space. The word felt like abandonment. My mind spiraled. Was this the beginning of resentment? I'd always been the strong one, the fighter, but now doubt whispered that maybe I wasn't worth this pain. The next days were a blur of avoidance. Summer threw herself into studies, burying emotions in textbooks. I tried to bridge the gap with small gestures, cooking her favorite pasta, leaving notes, but she responded with polite distance. Inside, I raged. Why punish me for their bigotry? But logic faltered against empathy. She was grieving a loss I couldn't comprehend. Then Jake called. I overheard the conversation from the kitchen. Yeah, it's rough, she said. Dad's not speaking to me. His voice muffled. Come home. I'll help. Jealousy surged, hot and irrational. Jake, the golden boy her parents adored, the safe choice. Was she considering it? That night I couldn't hold back. Talking to Jake a lot lately? I asked, tone sharper than intended. Summer's eyes flashed. He's a friend, Stella. Unlike you, he doesn't judge. Ouch. The accusation landed, revealing cracks I'd ignored. Judge? I'm the one supporting you. Supporting? Or controlling? She countered. The fight escalated, voices rising. You pushed me to come out. No, I didn't. But had I? Subtly, with my confidence, my insistence that love conquers all. Guilt gnawed deeper. We slept apart again, the silence deafening. My thoughts tormented. If she leaves, what then? I'd be alone, back to square one, the foster kid no one wanted. But staying meant watching her suffer. The moral quandary twisted. Was love selfish if it demanded such tolls? Campus buzzed with whispers. A mutual friend, Lisa, pulled me aside. Heard about Summer's family. Tough. Her pity irked me. We're fine, I lied. But we weren't. That evening, Summer announced, I'm going home for the weekend. To fix this. Panic gripped me. Alone. She nodded. I need to face them. Brave, but what if they convinced her we were wrong? I begged to come, but she refused. This is my battle. Her words stung. Our battle, I thought. As she packed, tension peaked. What if they make you choose again? I asked. Then I'll choose what's right, she said ambiguously. Right for whom? The ambiguity fueled my paranoia. She left Friday morning, kissing my cheek lightly. I'll be back. But doubt lingered. Alone I paced, replaying scenarios, her returning, changed, or not returning. To distract, I met friends at a bar, but alcohol amplified fears. What if she breaks? I confided to my best friend, Mia. She loves you, Mia said. But love wasn't bulletproof against family pressure. That night, texts from Summer were sparse. Arrived safe. Then nothing. Saturday dragged. I cleaned obsessively, mind racing. What was happening there? Visions of heated arguments, tears, ultimatums. By evening, a call. It's bad, Stella. Dad won't even look at me. My heart ached. Come home. But she stayed determined. Mom's softening, maybe. Hope flickered, but suspicion too. Softening how? By denying us? Sunday she returned, eyes red-rimmed. They want me to see a therapist, she said. To sort out my confusion. Confusion. The word ignited fury. No way. But Summer wavered. What if it helps? Helps what? Erase me? The betrayal felt visceral. We argued fiercely. You're letting them brainwash you. And you're not listening. The divide widened. In the aftermath, intimacy evaporated. Touches became tentative, conversations clipped. I threw myself into work, interning at a nonprofit for LGBTQ rights, channeling pain into purpose. But at home the void grew. Then the twist. Jake showed up unannounced. Summer asked me to come, he said at the door. Liar? No, she confirmed. We need to talk as friends. Friends. But his eyes lingered on her too long. They went for coffee, leaving me seething. Hours later, she returned defensive. He supports me. Supports what? Straightening out. Paranoia peaked. That night I snooped her phone. Wrong, I know. Messages, Jake urging. You deserve better than this mess. Her reply. Maybe. Maybe. The word shattered me. Confrontation was inevitable. What does maybe mean? I demanded, showing the screen. Summer's face crumpled. I don't know, Stella. This is hard. Hard became impossible. She admitted doubts. What if I'm not? This way. What if it's a phase? Phase again. Echoes of her mom. Pain lanced through me. Had our love been illusion? We took a break, her idea. Space to think. I agreed numbly, moving to Mia's couch. Alone, reflections haunted. My choices led here. Pushing too hard. Not understanding her world. Weeks blurred. Summer dated Jake casually, rumors said. Betrayal burned. I focused on activism, speaking at events, but hypocrisy stung. I preached acceptance while my heart broke. Then a call from Summer. I miss you. Hope reignited. We met in a park, tense. Jake was a mistake, she confessed. Trying to fit their mold. Relief washed over, but caution remained. What now? She sighed. I cut ties with family. For us. The sacrifice floored me. But was it genuine? Reconciliation was rocky. Trust frayed, arguments frequent. You doubted us. I accused. You pressured me, she retorted. The cycle continued. Yet love persisted, fragile. We attended therapy together, unpacking traumas. Mine, abandonment issues. Hers, ingrained shame. Progress was slow. One session, she admitted. I chose you, but it hurts. The price. Isolation from family, societal stares. Was it worth it? As months passed, equilibrium formed. But shadows lingered. Would resentment resurface? Equilibrium shattered when Mrs. Hargrove appeared again, this time at our door with a suitcase. I'm staying until we sort this, she declared, pushing past me. Summer's eyes widened in shock. She hadn't invited her. Mom, what the hell? I drove all night, Mrs. Hargrove said, ignoring the protest. Your father sent me. We can't lose you. The intrusion felt like invasion. Her presence a constant reminder of the rift. My instincts screamed to eject her, but Summer hesitated. Just one night, she pleaded with me. One night became 3. Mrs. Hargrove cooked family recipes, reminiscing about Summer's childhood, subtly undermining our life. "Remember when you and Jake won prom king and queen?" she'd say, eyes on me. Passive aggression at its finest. I bit my tongue but tension built. Inside, thoughts boiled. She's poisoning the well. Summer laughed at old stories, nostalgia softening her. Was she regressing? Evenings turned into battlegrounds. Over dinner, Mrs. Hargrove probed. "Stella, what do your parents think of this?" I stiffened. "I don't have parents." Her pitying look infuriated. "Oh, that explains a lot." Summer defended me weakly. "Mom, stop." But the damage accumulated. Nights we'd whisper argue in bed. "She's manipulating you," I said. "She's my mom," Summer replied, torn. The 4th day, escalation. Mrs. Hargrove found our pride flag tucked in a drawer. "This garbage," she sneered, tossing it. I snapped. "Get out." Summer mediated, but alliances shifted. "Stella, be civil." Civil? While she eroded us. Betrayal deepened. That night, Summer confessed. "Maybe we need a break from everything." Everything meaning me? She didn't say it, but the implication hung. Mrs. Hargrove's victory smirk the next morning confirmed it. "I'll take Summer home for a bit." "No." I blocked the door. "She's not going." The standoff was dramatic. "Move or I'll call the police," Mrs. Hargrove threatened. Summer's eyes pleaded. "Stella, don't make this worse." Worse? Siding with her? Heartbreaking, I stepped aside. Summer left, promising. "It's temporary." Temporary like our break before? Doubt consumed me. Alone again, anger turned inward. Had I been too aggressive? Pushed her away? Therapy sessions solo helped unpack. My abandonment fears made me cling too tight. Friends advised moving on, but love defied logic. I threw myself into work, organizing a campus rally against discrimination. Speaking out empowered, but loneliness echoed. Weeks later, Summer returned unexpectedly. I couldn't stay. Relief surged. Mom tried to set me up with Jake again. The audacity. We embraced, but scars remained. "Why did you go?" I asked. "To prove I could choose you." Noble, but the cost. More family estrangement. Rebuilding was arduous. Trust issues flared. Small things triggered fights. You always run to them. And you always push. Society added pressure. At a family event for my work friend, stares and whispers about the lesbians. Summer shrank while I stood tall. "See? This is our reality," I said later. She nodded, but unease lingered. Then a moral dilemma. Summer's sister, pregnant and in need, called. "Dad's sick, but he won't accept help if you're." You know. The implication. Hide us for aid. Summer agonized. Should I pretend? No, I urged. Integrity over convenience. But she wavered, the pull strong. It's family. The decision tore her. She went sans mention of me. Betrayal again? It's temporary, she said. Echoes of before. Upon return, confession. I told them everything. They cut me off completely. The final severance. Pain etched her face, but resolve too. For us. Admiration mixed with guilt. Had my influence forced this? The ethical gray. Love versus blood. Life stabilized somewhat. We moved to a bigger place, adopted a cat. Normalcy. But undercurrents persisted. Summer's occasional melancholy, my overprotectiveness. A turning point. An old friend outed us to my conservative internship boss. We don't support that lifestyle. Fired. The injustice burned. See? Society's against us. I ranted. Summer comforted, but her words revealed shift. Maybe we fight too hard. Maybe blend in. Blend in? Surrender? The argument exposed divides. You're ashamed. No, realistic. Realism versus idealism, the core conflict. Resolution came via a support group. Sharing stories we saw mirrors. Others betrayals, sacrifices. Love demands choice, one said. But at what cost? We emerged stronger, but questions lingered. Was our path right? The damages irreversible. As time passed, harmony grew. Yet a new threat. Summer's job offer in her hometown. It's a great opportunity. But returning meant facing ghosts. Debate ensued. We can handle it, she said. I doubt it. Or relapse into hiding. The choice loomed, testing us anew. The job offer hung over us like a storm cloud, promising stability but threatening upheaval. It's in Austin, close to family, Summer argued, her eyes hopeful for reconciliation. Maybe they've changed. Changed? After disowning her? Optimism clashed with my cynicism. Inside, turmoil brewed. If she goes, do I follow, uprooting my life? Or stay, risking separation? The moral bind tightened. Support her dreams or protect our sanctuary? We debated endlessly. It's a step up, she said. Better pay, impact. True, but the subtext. Proximity to parents, perhaps mending fences on their terms. I voiced fears. What if they demand you hide me? She paused. I won't. But hesitation spoke volumes. Doubt resurfaced, old wounds reopening. To decide, we visited Austin covertly. The city buzzed, but anxiety mounted nearing her parents' suburb. Let's not see them, I suggested. She agreed, but longing etched her face. At the potential office she shone during the tour. Pride swelled, but envy too. Her ease in that world, mine absent. Back at the hotel, she confessed. I miss home. Miss home? The place that rejected us? Pain lanced. Then go without me. Sarcasm slipped, igniting fight. Why can't you support this? Because it's suicide. The rift deepened. Returning to New York, silence dominated. My mind raced. Was this her escape? Subconscious sabotage? Friends weighed in. Mia. Compromise. But compromise felt like concession. Therapy urged communication, but words failed. Then the betrayal. I discovered emails to her mom. Considering the job. Miss you. No mention of me. Omission like erasure. Confrontation was raw. Planning to go back to the closet? Tears flowed. No, Stella. Just trying to heal. Heal by excluding. Trust fractured further. Choose job or us. Ultimatum, hypocritical, but desperation ruled. She chose the job. We can make long distance work. Naive. Or excuse. Packing was agonizing. I'll visit, she promised. But visits couldn't bridge the gap. She left, apartment echoing emptiness. Loneliness consumed. Work distracted but nights tormented. Imagining her reverting, Jake lurking. Calls started strong but dwindled. Excuses. Busy settling. Suspicion grew. A month-in surprise visit. Her new place. Cozy but photos of us hidden. For now, she said. For now? Permanent, I feared. We clashed. You're ashamed. Pragmatic. Pragmatism versus authenticity. The eternal debate. During the visit, her parents called. She answered, voice bright. Yes, alone. Lie by omission. Heart shattered. Why? I demanded after. They'd hang up otherwise. The price, my invisibility. I left early, relationship teetering. Fix this or we're done. Back home, reflection. My rigidity pushing her away? The ethical dilemma. Demand visibility or accept shadows? She tried mending. Inviting me officially. But parents refused. Not welcome. The standoff. She visited them anyway. Building bridges. Bridges over my exclusion? Resentment built. You're choosing them again. And you're forcing isolation. The cycle repeated, damage compounding. Breakup loomed. One call. This isn't working. Agreement but agony. Post-split void immense. I dated casually but comparisons haunted. Summer. Rumors of Jake redux. Months later, a letter. I regret everything. Come back. Too late? Scars deep. Reunion attempt. Met midway. Tears, apologies. I sacrificed too much, lost myself. Her awakening. But trust gone. We can't rebuild. Painful truth. Parting as friends, bittersweet. The cost. Years lost, heart scarred. In hindsight, choices dissected. Hers appeasement, mine defiance. Both flawed. Life moved on. I advocated louder, channeling pain. Summer. Reconciled with family but alone. The awakening. Love requires balance, not extremes. Yet questions remain. Balance eluded us in the end, but the lessons lingered like ghosts. After the failed reunion, I threw myself into activism full-time. leading workshops on queer rights in conservative areas. Each story shared mirrored ours. Families torn, loves lost to prejudice. It fueled me, but exhaustion crept in, the personal toll evident. Summer from afar rebuilt. Social media glimpses. Her with family smiling but eyes hollow. Had she traded authenticity for acceptance? The thought haunted. Was that peace or prison? A year later, fate intervened. At a national conference in D.C., we crossed paths. She speaking on mental health in LGBTQ communities. Me on societal pressures. Irony thick. Post-panel we talked. Stella, I've changed. Changed how? Therapy helped. I came out fully, no hiding. Pride swelled, but wariness too. And your family? Some accepted, some didn't. The partial victory. I regret hurting you. Sincerity rang true. Coffee turned to dinner, old sparks flickering. But caution ruled. We can't repeat mistakes. Agreement. Tentative reconnection. Calls, visits. No rush. Unpacking past. Her pressure from upbringing, my from survival instincts. Challenges arose. Society's gaze intensified with visibility. Online trolls targeted us after a joint post. Abominations. The hate mail piled. We fought back, but strain showed. Worth it? She asked one night. The eternal question. A crisis. Her father's health declined. He wants to see me. But conditions alone. The dilemma resurfaced. Go, I urged, evolved. But be true. She did, confronting. Accept all of me or none. His refusal, but her stand empowered. Returning stronger. I chose integrity. Growth evident. Our bond deepened, mindful of costs. We co-authored a book on queer struggles, sharing our story anonymized. Impact rippled. Messages from others inspired. Yet shadows, a friend's betrayal, outing a colleague for gain, echoed our pains. People change or don't, I mused. Highs and lows cycled. A proposal. Marry me. Spontaneous in a park. Yes, but fears. Family absence, societal backlash. Wedding small, intimate. Her sister attended a bridge. But parents' empty seat stung. Post-marriage normalcy, careers home. But a twist. Adoption consideration. Kids deserve stability, she said. But our world unstable. Laws shifting, prejudices enduring. Debate. Risk exposure? The moral quandary. Bring life into fight or abstain. We proceeded, navigating bureaucracy. Approval came, but with scrutiny. Fit parents. Questions probed our relationship. The child, a girl named Hope, arrived. Joy immense, but challenges. School bullies. 2 moms. Explaining young. Summer's family reached out tentatively. For the grandkid. Conditional love? Accepted warily. Years passed, Hope thriving. But reflections. Our choices shaped her world. Exposure to hate, but also resilience. One evening, watching her play, Summer whispered. Was it all worth the pain? The damages? Lost years, emotional scars, severed ties. Yes, I said. But inwardly doubt. Alternate paths, staying hidden, avoiding conflict. Happier? Or hollow? The story's arc. From shock to shattering, rebuilding to questioning. Each decision a trade-off, each action a price. In the end, love endured, transformed. But at what cost to the soul? Was sacrificing family bonds for personal truth ultimately the right choice? Or a selfish delusion?